It's the Union of Allies event, and we are going to be using a ton of resources. I'll be sharing a bunch of strategies, and closer to the end of the video, you're going to find out if I actually get the Grandmaster title or not when the event ends. Right now, there's still 18 hours left, so let's get started. If you like the work that we do and you want to support the channel, please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description of this video, and I'm extremely grateful for your support. Before we get to this really exciting video, I want to say that you guys are really missing out if you're not using Aptoide, my promo code. There's a bunch of whales in the Legend of Elements already using my code, and they are saving a ton of money. Honestly, you can save up to 25%, a 25% cashback on every single purchase. You make a $100 purchase, you're getting between $10 to $25 cash back to make other purchases. That is huge. And the more you spend, that number increases from 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 25. Use my promo code with Aptoide and start saving. Check out the video that's linked to the description of this video, or wait until the end where I'm going to have this video show up in the top right of the screen so that you can just click it and get there. Jumping back to this exciting video. So as you all know, the Union of Allies event, you are able to use certain free attempts every single time. Each of your 6 best spirits have 5 free attempts. So you can actually use them up and without using anything that could actually be saved for the next time. Now the points that you get for challenging this monster are fairly low. It's about 140 points per attack. However, defeating the enemy, so taking the last hit, actually gives a significantly higher number of points. So let me show you. You see, attacking personal points 140, attacking personal points 140. And we're going to do this until we actually defeat him, and then I'm going to show you the difference in points of the same single attempt that we're going to use, but then that one we're going to defeat the monster and you'll see the points, right? So 140, and now the defeat one, 750 plus 140, so 890 plus all these amazing other rewards. That's why it's very important for you to be able to defeat the monsters that you're attacking. The number of points you get are significantly higher. You also want to choose which monsters you attack because each of them are going to be giving a different number of points. So if you take a look over here, the elite monster, defeat points 5 purge points, challenge rewards are 100 purge points each. And then if you move up, the monster commander, challenge reward 110, defeat 30. Then you go to the purple one and all of a sudden you're looking at 120 points per attack plus 100 to defeat. Then you go to the yellow one, it's 130 purge points to attack, 250 to defeat. Then the Emperor, the red one that we've been talking about, it's 140 purge points to attack and 750 to defeat. Then the pink one, it is 150 purge points to attack and 2250 to defeat. Now obviously you want to try your best to get the highest number of points possible, and for that you need to be attacking the monsters that are the highest ranked. Like in my particular case, I am focusing a little bit on the Emperors because they are easier to come by than the pink ones, and they have a pretty decent number of points, and they're actually more easy for me to kill than, let's say, the pink one, which would take a ton of attacks. Now, one other thing I want to show you all is that if you go into my relics, you will notice a very interesting relic, and that relic gives me a very good advantage in this particular event. So let us scroll through it, and I'm going to show you when it comes around. There you go. Radiant Demonslayer. Union of Allies free chance 35% because it is all maxed out. And what I want to show you is I want to show you this in action. So let's go ahead into the Union of Allies. We're going to challenge this Emperor. And we're going to use our best one because now we're actually starting to use our paid attempts. And as you can see, attack. And I'm going to show you when it comes across. So the third attack, let's see if there is a, there you go, free challenge, no attempts used. I still have the same amount, 164. Let's use it again. There you go, free challenge, still 164. Attack again, free challenge, still 164. That seems like way higher than 35% if you ask me. I mean, that was like 3 in a row, which is pretty impressive. There you go, another free challenge, right? Look at the amount of times I'm getting these free challenges. It is absolutely amazing. And I can take my attempts really far. So let's use a bunch of these attempts and try to find a better maybe we can even go for a pink one at this point. Maybe it's going to give infinite free attempts. So let's see, 2.25 million free attempt. Good. And yeah, pretty decent amount of damage. So let's see how many it's going to take. 164, now 162 free attempt. Great. And you know what, let's spam it through because you never know how many free attempts we're going to get. This might take a bunch of time. And we are still at 160 and we've done a bunch of attacks already and we're still at 160. I love that relic, you know, it can save you a lot of money because you have to spend less to get more points. And a danger that you have, especially when you're attacking this one, right, is that it takes you a lot of time before you can defeat this monster. Now, right now it says that it's only discovered by one clan, which is basically me. I think clan means person. But imagine that I'm almost about to defeat this monster and somebody else discovers it at that particular moment and defeats it. And that's pretty much a big problem in a lot of these, is that somebody can just come in and steal the kill. And they'll just do it without noticing that they're stealing it from you because they don't know who else is attacking. But it is very, very annoying because then you've attacked it all those many times and then you don't get the final reward, which is basically the chunk of the points that you do need to get, right? So you can see I'm still at 143 attempts. I've probably hit it way more times than 20, but obviously because of the free attempts I'm able to spend much less, and I've pretty much soloed the pink monster and I'm about to defeat it now. Let's see if we can defeat it while still having 140 attempts. Probably not, but either way, there you go. Defeated. And the cool thing is that this actually gives 5 demon fruits, 3 pet bloodstones as well, which are rare items. And then you can see there's a bunch of emperors that I can challenge, or I could just go ahead and, you know, use 10 more and see if I can get another pink monster. And not so far. Let's use all of them and see what we get, and then we can start using our points and seeing what would be the best strategy for us to use given what we have handy. Okay, so we did get another pink one, and you know what? I also want to show you this one. It says at the bottom, Quadruple Damage Spirit. So let's use it, and what it does is that it allows you to do 4 times the amount of damage. So you can see a pretty big hit. Let's use one more. I'm interested in seeing what happens if I get the free hit, but I didn't. I'm assuming it just doesn't use the attempt, but it probably still uses the sigil. I can't be sure because I haven't actually managed to try that. So let us defeat this pink monster. It's going to be the only one that we're actually going to defeat because I think we ran out of search attempts and this is the only pink monster we found. And there we go, we have defeated this Minotaur. And you know, in the end, I'll show you how many points I actually scored with all of these attempts, including the countless free attempts that are just coming my way left, right, and center. You know, I would definitely recommend you getting that relic and probably maxing it out because a large bunch of the bonuses you get are coming across at the end. Once you start it up all the way through, make it 5 red star, that's when you get a maximum jump in the free chances. And you know, for me, I personally feel that these are the best ways to use your money because technically speaking, you are saving money by investing a little bit on this, right? Because now just you've seen how many free attempts we've gone through. If I were to have purchased those attempts, that would probably cost me an arm and a leg, right? So just that fact that I actually purchased it, if you are somebody who purchases attempts, definitely purchase that too because you're going to be saving a lot of money every single Union of Allies event because the more of these attack attempts you have, the challenge attempts, the more you're going to be saving from this. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to quickly use up all of my attempts and then we could talk about how many points I actually got at the end of this whole thing after using all my attempts. And we are in our final 2 attempts and let's see how many points we got at the end. And done. Let us see. I think it's probably going to be a pretty high score, but let's take a look. And 59,210. Okay, that's pretty good, and well, it is much higher than everyone else. So this, if this is how it ends, I'm probably going to be getting this really cool purging expert title. Honestly, I'm gonna wait and see if I get it, and I'll definitely have it in the end of the video. You guys are gonna see if I actually got it or not. Well, guys, we did it! We came first! And yep, it was pretty close. I did have to spend $3 buying a few more of those packs, but that's about it. And despite being a tiny account with 336 million power, we got a score higher than people with 2 trillion, 3 trillion, and 2.5 trillion. Pretty much everyone in this top list is 1, 2, 3 or above trillion. So, it's pretty big for me to be up here and ranked number 1. So let's go ahead and use that fancy title. Let's actually claim it. And there you can see the Grandmaster title, Purging 4. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good to use when we are talking any of these training rounds, because I guess I could kick anyone out, right? It's title number 4, and let's go ahead and activate it, right? I probably will not be seeing that very often, so let's go ahead and boom. Purging Expert 4 activated 65 talents. That is amazing. That's a lot of talents. And honestly, you guys can get it too. Just use the strategies that I've been mentioning. Try to get the last hit, save up for multiple events, make sure you are getting this, right? Go to the co-op battle. In my particular case, it's me, right? And just click visit, get an extra challenge token, and save up over time. You'll end up getting a bunch of them. And then when you have enough and you have this relic maxed out, things are going to go really well. But also remember that you can save a lot of money whenever you make any purchase, either you're buying attempts or anything like that. Using Aptoide with my promo code, there's a lot of people already taking advantage of this. There's a lot of big whales taking advantage of this. So they are saving a ton of money. It's about 10 to 25% cash back on every single purchase. Anything you buy, you're getting 10 to 25% cash back. So imagine the amount of savings, and the more you spend, the higher saving tiers you get. So you start at 10%, but eventually, very quickly, you're going to be 11%, 12%. And then if you keep spending more, you'll be 13, 14, 15, 25, right? So you are going to be getting stuff way cheaper than everyone else. And that's one of the ways all of these whales get much further than others that are not taking advantage of this. And anyone can use it. iOS, Android, it doesn't matter. And there are already a lot of people using it, so make sure you check out the video that's linked to the description of this video, or click the button that's going to appear at the top of the screen that'll take you to that video. And honestly, you're going to be thanking me very soon. Before you go, one more thing, right? You must be wondering, what should we be purchasing with all of these points that we've gotten? And truly, the real thing is you probably want to be investing in these relics, right? Relics are the best investment here. The talents usually are very good to purchase, but here talents are pretty expensive. So try to prioritize relics, right? They are pretty good. Relics are what got us this win anyway, but yeah, so make sure you are doing that. And of course, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.